They ignored the fact that you got chartered flights because of this girl. They ignored the fact that ratings were going through the roof because of this girl. Instead, they resented it because they said, yo, we were doing stuff long before Caitlin Clark got here, and y'all wasn't paying attention then. But now the young white girl comes along and y'all want to sit up there and shower all of this praise and all of this attention that was earned before she ever came along. The resentment is understandable, but it's not about Caitlin Clark. It's about what she represents. My point is,
just when it looked like the WNBA was about to hit a major breakthrough, everything changed. Caitlin Clark, whose rising star power has been driving record viewership, is now out with an injury. A tough blow, right as the league was gaining real momentum.
Indiana Fever announced that star Caitlin Clark will be out at least 2 weeks with a left quad strain. Clark reported some pain in her leg Saturday after the team's loss to the New York Liberty. She subsequently underwent an MRI and was diagnosed with the strain.
Fans aren't holding back, and neither is the media. Sports shows are lit up with debate, and Stephen A. Smith is leading the charge. He's calling out the WNBA, putting Commissioner Kathy Engelbert and Angel Reese in the spotlight. According to him, Reese still thinks the attention is all about her. Do you agree with Stephen A.? Drop Baby Goat in the comments and let's get the conversation going.
WNBA's Rookie of the Year last season and a first-team All-WNBA selection. So far, she's averaging 19 points and a league-leading 9.3 assists through 4 games this season. I could give a damn about that last part. I don't care about her leading the league in assists. I don't care about the points that she's averaging because I already know that the young lady can ball. She is special. What I'm interested in is what somebody tweeted me and asked about earlier today that I want to show you right now. Put this tweet up, please, so our audience can see it here. At 4th Gen Bucci, Bucci, right? Stephen A. Smith. Can the WNBA keep itself afloat while CC, as in Caitlin Clark, is...
Caitlin Clark, the breakout star who made women's basketball a must-watch, is now sidelined with a quad injury. She's expected to miss at least 2 weeks. That's a serious blow to the WNBA, even if the league is trying to downplay it. But let's be real, without Clark on the court, things are already starting to slide. She's on the bench, and the ratings are taking a hit, quickly.
Fortunately, though, the celebration in the WNBA, it was cut short yesterday afternoon as WNBA players learned the harsh lesson: be careful what you wish for. Headline at the New York Post: Caitlin Clark sidelined with Indiana Felines announcing shock injury. Keyword: shock. This injury was shocking, but not for reasons that...
The first to speak up? Stephen A. Smith, ESPN's loudest voice. He didn't hold back. While others played it safe, Stephen A. went straight for the tough calls, pointing out the bad decisions and weak excuses behind all this. And honestly, he's got a point. Let's face it, Caitlin Clark is the reason half the league is earning big, but she's still being treated like just another rookie. That just doesn't make sense.
It's also reported a 100% increase in sales for WNBA specific merchandise. It started with Caitlin Clark. And so now that we know all of this, and we've known that for months, now we get to turn around and look and see what exactly is it that the league will do knowing that she's out for the next 2 weeks. I'm not saying I know for sure what's going to happen, but I have an idea.
Stephen A. didn't just share his opinion, he took control of the conversation. It was obvious he'd been holding back, but now he's calling out WNBA leadership loud and clear. While the league tries to act like Caitlin Clark isn't essential, Stephen A. came with the facts and made his case. His message is simple. If you think the league can thrive without her, just check the numbers. And good luck explaining those.
The Clark, Indiana led the league in attendance both at home and on the road. The Fever averaged 17,035 fans at home and over 15,000 on the road. 4 teams moved home games to bigger arenas when Indiana came to town to accommodate more fans. That's about Caitlin Clark. How do we know this? Attendance for the entire league was up nearly 50% last year. According to data from across the timeline, and Indiana led all teams with an average attendance of 17,035. That was up 300 and...
Let's look at the numbers. When Caitlin Clark is playing, games draw about 1.178 million viewers. But once she's out, that number drops to just 394,000. That's not a small dip. It's a huge plunge, more than 3 times fewer viewers. And yet some players, like Angel Reese, still wonder why Clark gets all the spotlight. Maybe it's because Caitlin plays smart, exciting basketball. She doesn't treat the ball like it's something to just throw around. She plays the kind of game people love to watch.
Find out. We don't know yet, but I'm going to be really, really interested in seeing, Molly, what kind of effect this has on the WNBA's ratings, because if for some reason there is a precipitous drop-off, then everybody needs to stand down and recognize the fact that the speculation or the assertions and assumptions about her being the golden goose.
Stephen A's frustration didn't just pop up overnight. It's been building for months. He's watched the WNBA miss chance after chance. He's seen legends like Cheryl Swoops throwing shade like it's a full-time gig, acting like Caitlin Clark isn't the league's biggest star right now. And Angel Reese, she's using this moment to audition for America's Next Jealous Team.
Back, Caitlin, if you're going to break a record, to me, if it's legitimate, you have to break that record in the same amount of time that that player set it.
Okay.
Right? So if Kelsey Plum set that record in 4 years, well, Caitlin should have broke that record in 4 years. But because there's a COVID year and then there's another year, you know what I mean? So she's already had an extra year to break that record. So is it truly a broken?
Let's be honest. Whenever Caitlin Clark is talked about, the other rookies get mentioned too. No league can depend on just one player. Injuries happen, and putting all your hopes on a single star is risky. What really makes sports exciting are the stories, the rivalries, the drama, and the teamwork. It's never just about one person. Fans stay because of that mix of talent and real competition. To keep that energy alive, everyone needs to get their share of the spotlight.
Notice when you're asking about Caitlin a lot, you bring up other rookies as well.
No league's ever about one player. That player could get hurt or whatever. So I think it's just to give recognition that in sports, people watch for compelling content and rivalries, and you can't do that alone.
Stephen A. laid it out plain and simple. If Caitlin Clark is the star pulling fans to the WNBA, and her absence proves that, then everyone else needs to get on board and ride that wave. In other words, stop fighting. Caitlin Clark is the main event right now. You're either with her or you're left in half-empty arenas wondering where all the energy and the fans have gone.
Became the first rookie with at least 25 points, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds in a playoff game. That was Caitlin Clark. Became the 4th different rookie to play all 40 minutes in a playoff game. That was her. I'm looking at other things. 6 different league television partners. This is last year. This is last season, because this is Caitlin Clark that we're talking about. 6 different league television partners set viewership records that year, her rookie year, for its highest viewed WNBA game. Do you know every one of those games?
Let's take a step back. This whole situation shows poor management at work. Caitlin Clark's first game this season against the Chicago Sky drew a record-breaking 2.7 million viewers, the highest-rated WNBA game ever on ESPN. This wasn't luck. She's a true generational star. She brought the excitement, the viewers, and sold more jerseys than half the league combined. So how did the WNBA respond? Did they launch a big marketing campaign? Nope. Instead, we got press releases so dull, they might as well have been written by Angel Reese herself. It felt like the league was too scared to admit that one player was doing more for the brand than years of teamwork.
God lifts all boats. And if this is the magnetic traction that draws viewers to the WNBA, and her absence over the next 2 weeks due to that quad strain is providing further evidence of that, then everybody needs to accept it, stand down, and ride that wave. I'm going to be really interested in seeing how the ratings are going to look without her over the next 2 weeks. Let's make sure we come back and ask me this exact same question after she's...
Stephen A. watched it all unfold. The rise of Caitlin Clark, the league quietly downplaying her, and veterans giving her side eyes like she stole the last slice of pizza. Now the WNBA is in full panic mode, scrambling to fill the gap left by the only player who can pull in an extra million viewers just by tying her shoes. Here's the truth. Caitlin Clark isn't just another top draft pick, she's the league's jackpot. But instead of celebrating her, they kept her in the background. Now that she's sidelined, they're finally starting to see what she's really worth. And Stephen A? He's just sitting back saying, "I've been telling you, you can't build a castle and then act surprised when the queen moves in."
What she brings to the table. But people wanted to hate because why? You had a bunch of players in this league that watched this young white girl come along and take the league by storm. And they resented it because they saw the marketing prowess that she had. They ignored the fact that you got chartered flights because of this girl. They ignored the fact that ratings were going through the roof because of this girl. Instead, they resented it because they said, yo, we were doing stuff long before Caitlin Clark got here. And y'all wasn't paying attention then. But now the young white girl comes along and y'all want to sit up there and shower all of this praise and all of this attention that was earned before she ever came along. The resentment is understandable, but it's not about Caitlin Clark. It's about what she represents. My point is...
Here's the bottom line. The WNBA had a true superstar in Caitlin Clark. But instead of treating her like the game changer she is, they acted like she's just another player. Stephen A. Smith isn't just upset. He's sounding a wake-up call for the whole league. Caitlin Clark is the face of the WNBA right now. She's the reason sponsors are lining up and fans are tuning in. If the league doesn't step up to protect, support, and celebrate her, it's not just one player they'll lose. It's a huge opportunity for the entire sport. Stephen A. has been one of the few honest voices through all the noise. While others avoid the tough talk or hold on to old grudges, he's been clear from day one. Since Clark hit the court, ticket sales, viewership, and attention have soared like never before. He's been one of her biggest supporters, and for good reason. Unlike some former players who seem jealous and see her success as a personal attack, Stephen knows real talent when he sees it. There's real resentment out there, he said, and it's easy to understand why.